I think the amazing thing about Inception is that before I went, I had like a bunch of ideas, and 3 days later, I had a team, a demo, a pitch deck, a bunch of investors interested, and just like a lot of validation that both I could do this and that there was interest in it from so many different people, from all different angles. And it just happened so quickly, right? And I just know that if I had thought about doing this on my own, it would have taken so much longer to just get everything off the ground. And then the other amazing thing that happened was after Inception, went around talking to other investors, and let me tell you, that demo we created had so much leverage, right? I kept using it, and every conversation I had with someone who might want to work there, or every investor pitch that I did, it was just amazing how far we got with just that thing that we created in 3 days, right? And I think there's really no substitute for having both the experience of building it yourself, right? And having like hands-on keyboard, actually building the thing and just knowing exactly how it works and what it does, right? That gives you so much confidence walking to a VC or any other investor and it's like, look, this is what we did, and here's how far we could get in 3 days, right? And just imagine what we could do, right, from here. And I think that really just gave the pitches idea so much grounding. I think that was super helpful. And I also think that the team, that I got was fantastic. Some great people in Inception. Obviously, great software developers, but experience in many other areas, from product to domain expertise in our area. Um, and putting together a team like that is not easy, and it came together very quickly. And we still have two of the team members from my team working with the company to this day. So that was fantastic. It wouldn't have happened except for Inception. That's how we met each other. That's how we got together, and that's how we started working together. And those 3 intense days resulted in kind of a camaraderie and rapport that has lasted through many, many months, like half a year now. And then since inception, obviously, we've had tons of investor conversations. And 2 weeks ago, we closed our seed round, $10 million from Andreessen Horowitz and a coterie of other investors as well, including Bloomberg Beta, Conviction Capital, 11-2 Capital, Rain Capital, and also super angels like Elad Gil and Lucky Groom have joined us. And so none of that would have happened except for Inception. Really, it was really where it all started. Literally, the Inception was at that retreat that we did the week before Thanksgiving of last year. And yeah, so it was a fantastic experience. So much came out of it. And we are literally like, I did an all hands presentation um, and to our kind of like in-person get together that we did a couple of weeks ago. And I counted, it's like, wow, I thought, look at how much we did in the last 6 months. And then I took another look at the calendar. No, it's actually been 5 months. It's actually been even faster than that. And really, a huge part of it happened those first 3 days. Like a very large portion of it, the starting point that kind of kicked everything off happened in those 3 days. And so um, I think it was just a really fantastic way to get a company off the ground from zero, from idea, and especially for things that you've been thinking about for a long time. I felt like I had been thinking about software testing and AI for years, right, since my last company was acquired. And at that time, I was like, okay, I'm done with this space because I've paid my dues on this space. I'm going to go do something else. But then there's just, there's some ideas that just you can't let go of over the years, and I've been brewing in them for a long time, but never actually been able to actually turn them into a company and like, do something until Inception came along, and it just kind of gave it that initial push over the activation energy that was required to get the reaction going, and that's really what happened. And so um, that's how I see the beginning of Ventrilo.ai.
That's fantastic. Yeah. And then, I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, how did you find the kind of the quality and the caliber of the attendees at Inception, or kind of that you encountered, at the event?
Um, I found that so the caliber of the attendees was awesome. Like I had a great time doing software development with several other people that that were like, let's just say one of them was more junior and one was more senior. And even the junior engineer was far beyond his years in terms of like his skill set, right? And that was amazing to work with him. But I think even more than just the pure caliber of the people was also that Inception filtered out people who were wanting to start something new right now, right? They're at that moment in their careers, in their their search for something new. They could do it like today, and I think as a result of that, it's like the team could actually form instead of like, oh yeah, we're going to do something for a few days and then go run off and to my mega cap tech company job. Like it was very much like, no, everyone here is very eager to work on this because of the moment in time they were at, and that synchronization also made a big difference in motivation and sort of the stickiness of the group afterward.
Yeah, that's great. And then, I mean, how important did it, do you think is like, the fact that kind of Inception is a nonprofit and like kind of that it, it doesn't kind of seek to take equity from the company.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know there's many incubators. I'm a repeat founder, so it was not hard to get investor conversations going. I knew a lot of people already, but if Inception was, an organization that took an equity stake, it would definitely make me think twice about joining and sharing ideas there and so forth. I think the way it was structured made it very easy. Right? It was kind of a no-brainer, right, to tempt it and go for it. And so I think that a lot of founders, especially people who with some experience or who have some connections or know other people, like it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to give up 7% of your company before you even know if it's going to be a company, right? Or do something like that. And so it definitely wasn't on my radar to do anything like that. I was always going to build something, but I think Inception, because of the way it's structured, could attract people who are also kind of more experienced and ready and understand how to play the game in a way that is beneficial. And I think that as a result, the caliber of the people that went kind of reflected that as well.
And then, when you think of where you reflect back on your experience at Inception, what kind of people or entrepreneurs do you think would be kind of the best, like good matches for Inception, or you would recommend Inception to?
Yeah, I mean, I can only speak for myself in this way, in that I, previously founded a company, Coverity, sold it in 2014. It's been many years since I founded something, but I've been doing a lot of investing. I think for someone in that spot where they've kind of had an exit and they're looking for the next thing, John was in that place when he started this Inception Studio with me. I was in that place, and I think it makes a whole lot of sense because you can really get all the pieces together. Then you kind of know what you're looking for, and you kind of know what to do next, and just accelerating that, I think, is one of the most valuable things. So anybody in that spot. But even if you haven't founded a company before, if you're really wanting to meet people who have had that experience or want to do that yourself, anybody who's in that spot, I think, would be a totally like fantastic experience for them.
Great. Yeah. And I mean, anything else you can kind of think of that you might want to add about your experience of it at
Yeah.
Inception?
Um, by all means, like actually build something during Inception Studio. My experience is that building a demo and then recording it and practicing the pitch for it, and just like forcing yourself to actually build something you can talk about, right? Immediately. It gives you so much leverage. I can't, like I said before, I can't believe how much leverage I got out of just like putting the pitch together and the demo and being able to like talk to it with investors and it just got so far. Got so far. I've only now stopped using the same demo. It's been 5 months. So I've literally been using the same demo that I used on the day of Inception Studio. So um, I think that can go really, really far. And then of course, building great relationships and friendships with other people that go. There's so many great people that went to the cohort that I was in. And it's been fantastic keeping up with them. And there's just so many interesting companies and so many interesting ideas that come out of it. And it's been great to have those connections.
Cool. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thanks so much, Andy. I think Definitely wish the best for you and for Ventrilo going forward. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I look
Yeah.
forward to it.